Hey, my friend, I'm glad you're watching this because after being what many call an email marketing master, I'm going to be showing you how to optimize for a lot more profit all of your email marketing and email marketing campaigns. Again, I've been in business for over 11 years. I've launched many businesses. I've done consulting. I've done a lot over the years. And one of the things that I've been told I'm pretty good at and that I've shown is that email marketing and follow up through email marketing. I'm pretty good at it, and I'm good at advising and showing other people. Like I'm going to right now, I'm in my back office of one of many different autoresponders I have. You know, there's MailChimp, I have ActiveCampaign, I have SendShark, I have a whole variety. I have Systemi.io, I have Kajabi, I have many different CRMs and autoresponders I'm using, but I'm just picking one out of the bunch because I like ActiveCampaign for mainly its email marketing. I'll be walking you through some of the things that I set up in some of my email campaigns in a very small test, you could call it, that performed very well and that really got me a lot of profit. And that will get you a lot of profit in your email marketing, no matter where or how, what industry you're in, or what kind of email marketing you are doing. So first step is, number one, you need to have one main dedicated follow-up process. So this, for example, was called a book I launched. It was called My Finally Wealthy Have Not Bought the Book. So this means everyone who's opted in to learn more about your offer or to get your free trial or to, you name it, who has not paid you yet, you need a dedicated email sequence like I have here for getting them to buy. Again, the entire point of having this is to get your leads to actually want to purchase from you. And you do this in a variety of ways. Now, what I'm about to walk you through is a somewhat advanced, not very often used tactic that I use across not just this campaign for leads who haven't bought, but it's also used to nurture leads. It's used to get customers who are on your leads list to buy again. It's used for upselling. It's used for so much. So what you want to do, number one, is I'll cover some basics first. In any follow-up campaign, you need a minimum of 4, 5, 6 emails. I recommend truly in any email sequence, you should have between 7 and 11 emails in the sequence. Why is this? Because in your emails, you can't cover everything, every benefit, every discount, every deal, every way to relate with your lead and or your customer. So because of this, you have a longer follow-up series, again, whether it's your main lead nurture sequence that you have for the vast majority of the leads coming through your advertising or through content marketing, however you're generating leads, or whether it's an upsell email sequence, whether it's a downsell email sequence, it's a abandoned cart email sequence, like I'll show you, you name it. You want between 7 and 11 emails in that sequence. Now, what should go as I go through? What should go in each of these sequences? Number one, in any email sequence, say this is just a follow-up sequence, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails. 5 emails, no big deal. The first email they should get either immediately or within 10, 20, 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes of opting in, they get my first email. After this, they get another one that gets them to be really engaged because they saw the offer, they opted in, and they didn't buy. So I'm trying to re-engage them. Then in my third email here, you can follow this or something like this. I'm talking about who I am, who the company is, because I want to, if they've already been tried to be engaged, they've already seen the offer, they maybe are not connecting in a trust fashion with me and or the product or service. So I want to build trust. And if they aren't building trust, maybe then they really need a deal. If they don't need a deal, they don't need a discount. Now, what I'm walking you through is in your emails, what you want to do is relate to your lead and offer them a variety of ways to look at your offer, because not everyone likes storytelling. Not everyone likes, discounts and deals. Not everyone just wants entertaining, funny videos. Not everyone likes skits. Not everyone likes any of these one factors. So what you want to do in any email sequence to raise conversions and optimize them to be a lot more profitable, meaning getting a lot more clicks, a lot more opens, and a lot more buyers from your emails, what you want to do is make sure that every email, number one, is in succession to another. So this should almost be like every email I'm reading here, going through, should almost be like a continuation of a story. And as you continue through the story, you want to relate from a different perspective or idea. Again, it can be a deal, a discount. There's 3 different kinds of, this is a really important strategy in what I do in all of my email marketing. Again, whether it's this email sequence or it could be the abandoned cart email sequence. I don't know how long this one is at the top of my head, or any of these other email sequences. Sorry, one or two. I can go to another one here. Any of these, you want to make sure you are creating content in the email, whether they're watching or clicking on to see a video, whether they're just reading the email, whether they're going to a sales page, name it. You need to either entertain, entice, or educate your viewers. This means you need to create content that is either entertaining, enticing, or educating, because these are the three main things that people relate the most with that will get them to buy. So again, here's another upsell sequence, which is also a recommendation I do. I'll show you what I did here. In my email sequences, I segmented my leads based upon whether or not they purchased. This is one kind of segmentation and optimization you can do in your email marketing, is segment your leads separately based upon what they have purchased. Because if they haven't purchased, they need messaging to get them to engage and get them to make that initial trigger pull to buy that product or service. And if they already have bought, they can be marketed to and communicated to more aggressively, more selling wise. You still want to build a relationship in all of your emailing that you're doing. You still want to nurture them. You still want to give value. You still want to really show them that you care about them and all these other important things. But you also want to sell more aggressively as they buy more and more different products and services, because as they buy higher up in the rung of product and services you're offering, it means they have more and more trust in you. They have more and more wanting to buy product and services, which is why you can be more aggressive in how you're selling. So more deals, more discounts, more really hammering in on the benefits, what they need, what they can get, and how they can get these massive results and solve the problems they have. So that's one thing, is you need to become more aggressive as people buy different products and services. You can be. Number two, always delivering value. Number three, any of the emails and any of the sequences, what you want to do is make sure, really make sure you're creating content that is enticing, educating, or entertaining. And as well, again, you want to copy and paste. You want very similar emails. Each email itself, both with headlines and in body copy, needs to stand out. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go back to the Haven't Bought book, so people who are just leads quick, and show you a really good optimization you can do to increase open rates and to re-engage leads to increase open and click-through rates. So in any email sequence you have, again, in any autoresponder or CRM, after between those 7 and 11 emails, if they are not engaging, if they just are not buying from you, or they're just not opening your emails, you need to segment them into two different ways. People who are, for example, opening emails, or say I could get, if they're opening emails, I want to put them into, or segment them, or tag them in one fashion. And if they are engaging, they are buying, I want to segment them into another. The reason why you want to do this is people who are not engaging in opening emails, your job is to get them, because right now they're not showing interest, is simply to get them to show interest again. So you should segment these people, or in your email sequence, put them into a different sequence. So imagine this right here, but it'd go over here and down, and it would be if they haven't opened the past 7 emails, then I would put them in this other sequence where I'm going to write emails that are different, that are solely written to engage the lead, get them to open and click in the first place. Because someone who has no interest should not be marketed and talked and communicated to as someone who has a ton of interest. So on the other side of this, someone who is clicking and opening, looking at all these emails and clicking, but they aren't quite still buying yet, then you want to have, and you can just at the end of any email sequence, have a segment or tag or way to separate those people and email them more aggressively, more trustingly, because those people are showing they have interest again, but they aren't just pulling the trigger yet. So you need to find some way and email differently than you would someone who's not engaging, so you can get them to actually buy, because they're showing interest, they're clicking, they're opening, they're looking at your offers, but they just aren't quite buying yet. So that's a really good segmentation to do. Very simple to do, just based upon, are they opening, are they clicking, and if they are, more heavily marketing material, sales material. If they aren't, just get them engaged in the first place. You have to move, another really good idea in marketing, lead generation, and business, you have to, wherever someone is in your sales process or your follow-up process, you have to always be trying to move them to the next process, not just to buy, but to the next process. So when you're generating leads, you don't just sell a cold lead, a direct offer. You give them value. You nurture them first. Then you make an offer. You have to make sure every segment of these people in each area of, again, your sales process or your follow-up, you're simply moving them along to the next step. For example, another really important idea and thought on email marketing. Most people think that in any email, so if I open up this email here, I want to open this. There we go. So this email here has some copy, has the headline, has a CTA, you name it. People believe that the subject line, let's just imagine this is the subject line. This is just the text at the top of the email. They think that the point of the subject line is to get people to buy. No, the point of any subject line, the only purpose is to create a line of copy or to create communication that gets them to open that email at the highest rate possible. That's all you're looking for. The point of the CTA or link, the only point of that is to get as many clicks as possible. The point of the copy is to only direct them to want to click on that link. And then the sales page, of course, the only point of the sales page is to actually get them to buy. So you need to segment and think about that as you're writing email copy, as you're writing CTAs, headlines, many of these different things. What to do is make sure you're focusing on just getting that next step done, not in the subject line getting the person to buy. In the body copy, your point isn't getting someone to buy. It's to get them maybe a little bit to buy, but to mainly click on that link. What's going to get them to click and want to buy in the first place and get to that link click. So that's something that's also really, really important. Now, as well, this is a really good optimization and a strategy, kind of a template email headline template that you can use. I wouldn't use this for all emails, but if you are running out of ideas on how to write an email that's really, really going to get people to open, use the template per se that goes like this, without this objection. So an example of this is how to lose 20 pounds in the next 10 days without starving yourself. So you have the main benefit they want in the specific period of time without having this objection or this thing they don't want in the way. That's something that you can use in any emails. I should have had you buy that from me for a couple $100. That's a really, really good tool to get people to open and generically have really good open and click-through rates. So just lead with that. That's really good for not just writing subject lines, but also any copy for your advertising, top headlines for sales pages, checkout cards, you name it. That will really, really get people's attention and get them to want to buy. So follow that for headlines if you're running out of writing ideas. Now, another email optimization strategy that I want to go through that's also really, really, really important is making sure you're segmenting, again, people who are on your main leads list, people who are clicking, people who are opening, from leads who are technically customers. Anyone who has bought in a practice service, again, needs to be emailed differently, constantly upsold as well while getting value to other products and services. You don't just want to keep sending them. The biggest mistake companies use is they keep them on one main list and they keep emailing them the same offer, different offers, unrelated offers. They need to be segmented into another email sequence. For example, someone does buy this book. If someone does, let me back out of here real quick. If someone does buy my book, they then are upsold to the templates. They're out of the book. They're out of the book segment, the book tag. Now they're into the template tag, the template segment. And once they buy the templates, then they're brought into the course segment or email flow or whatever you want to call it. You need to continually graduate people till they've bought all of your products and services. And then once you've done that, you should find a different product or service for them to buy, because wherever your customer is in their journey, they are constantly looking for ways to get more results and to solve their problems. And if you are not selling them solutions, or you're not selling them ways to solve their problems, or the benefits or the rewards or things they want, they will buy elsewhere. So you have an obligation as a business owner to make sure you are selling those people. You have an obligation to make sure you are giving value to them, of course, giving to them, helping them. And again, you will really want to as well just really, really make sure you keep that upselling, downselling, reselling segments going on and on and on, which is absolutely incredible. which is just another strategy and just thought in email marketing in general, is make sure you are emailing everyone. So whether they bought, whether they haven't bought, whether they click, they don't click, email everyone. Keep the communication frequent. Make sure all of your emails are sent out on a daily basis. Every single day, your leads should be getting an email, because if you're not, your competition is. And as well, you need to have an abandoned cart email sequence if possible. So that means when someone abandons a cart, they get an email saying, hey, here's an extra discount because you didn't buy, but maybe this discount will help you buy. Maybe they get an additional value. Maybe they get another video. Maybe they get something else to get them to re-engage and go back to that checkout cart. This increases your chances of landing a customer by multiple times. So make sure you also have an abandoned cart email series for all of your checkout carts. I should have done this with this abandoned cart. For every single checkout cart I have, there should be an abandoned cart email series that goes out to them. Do you see what? You want to always, in email marketing, any form of follow-up, always engage the lead in relation to the actions they have or have not taken. So again, going back to the beginning of people who are taking action on your leads list, they need to be treated differently and emailed differently and more consistently than people who have bought or any other action they have or have not taken. So really make sure you're creating enticing, educating, entertaining content. Make sure you're emailing daily broadcast to your email list, and also you have a 7 to 11 day email sequence in each of your sequences, or opt in for, where people go to opt in and actually get all of your emails. 7 to 11 days minimum, 20 days max. That's kind of long enough. As well, you need to have a abandoned cart sequence. You need to have upsell sequences, downsell sequences, resell sequences. Make sure you're doing this segmentation based on actions they are taking. And those are just off the top of my head. There's a lot of really important good things you can do to optimize your email list, your email marketing, and to make sure you are seeing the most profits possible. This has kind of been a rant, but a really good one, because the ideas I've gone through are the foundation of how you get people to buy at a really high conversion rate and generate a lot of ROI and profit in your business. I've used these strategies for years and years and years, and in my business I've accomplished an 8.4 times ROI, which is outstanding, and I absolutely love it because it's fantastic, it's highly profitable, and it might be even higher now. So I just want to walk through some of these email marketing optimization strategies and things you can do to make sure you're getting the highest open and click-through rates possible in your business. Again, this works regardless of the industry or niche you are in, and these strategies are mostly able to be used in any CRM, in any autoresponder you probably are using right now. So thank you for watching so much. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. And make sure, if you agree with me, disagree with me, have any other thoughts, comments, you name it, that you comment in the comment section below or around this video, or contact me, let me know what you think, and like, share, you name it. I appreciate you, my friend. Have a great day.